Hello there. Okay, so this is just a little mini rant. I'm not planning on doing this big, huge thing. I just feel like I want to get what I want to say out, and I can't get everything I want to say out in text without just going on and on. Sorry. So, this is going to be nothing. It's just from me and maybe to show a couple of my friends, but it has to do with .hack, and more specifically, .hack GU, the remaster that is coming out in 2017. So, I'm a big fan of .hack, and that's something that I don't feel needs to be said to like anyone who will be watching this video. .hack is my favorite um, favorite video game series, and there's not been a new game in about 10 years. It's been a long time. This is the 15-year anniversary, just to show you like how long it's been. And I'm very excited for the new .hack game. But here's the thing. I'm not that big on GU. I actually do not like GU at all. But definitely gonna buy this game. A lot of people feel the same way as me, that GU is not that great. The characters are kind of shitty, and just over the top. The story's really stupid in how it's done. There's a lot of things that are wrong with it. But the problem is that, and this is what a lot of game series have a problem with nowadays, is everyone wants to sit here and say, well, I'm not buying this game. I'm not buying it. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting this .hack game. When they release Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine, then I'll get it. Which is great. The problem, though, is that if you do not buy GU, there will not be an Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine. It's something that people don't seem to understand in the video game series, is that it's not like detergent, right? You find out that this detergent has some chemical that can only be found in the rainforest. So to get it, they cut down a shit ton of trees in the rainforest. So you say, okay, I'm not buying this detergent until they replace this chemical with something. And so after a while, these big companies turn around, they replace that detergent's chemical with something else that's a lot friendlier. And then you're like, yay, now I can go back to using this detergent because it has what I like. Video games are not like that. If a video game does something and you don't like it and you don't buy it, they're just not making another video game. That's just how it is. It's just how it goes. And so everyone is sitting around going, oh, well, I'm not going to buy this .hack game because it's GU. Ugh, peasant. But what they don't realize is that by not buying this game at all, they're actually ruining the future of there being another .hack game. So I know what a lot of people are going to say, of course, like, oh, well, I just don't like this game, so you're telling me to buy a game I don't like? Yes, that's the sad kind of part, is that you have to bite the bullet and get something you don't like if you want to see future things. For example, and this is just something that I remember very well, is that with Resident Evil The Mercenaries 3D, there was this big thing where they were going to make a sequel, and because they were very excited about it. They're like, oh man, people in the office love it. There's going to be some DLC characters. We're going to make a sequel to it. It's going to be great. And then everyone got pissy about the save file thing in that game. You couldn't delete your save file. So nobody bought it. And because nobody bought it, it just became like, oh, well, they didn't make a sequel. And it's like, well, yeah, duh. Like, of course they didn't make a sequel. If nobody buys their game, they're not going to make a sequel to it. And .hack is already kind of like a series like Metroid, wherein you'll have 1,000 people who are like, oh man, I love this game, I want this game, I want this game so bad, they need to make another game. So they make another game, 2 people buy it. And then Nintendo goes, well, it's not a big seller, we're not going to release another one. And then everyone bitches and complains and moans, and so they make another one, and then this time, 3 people buy it. So in that regard, just to say, because like I said, I can go on about this for forever because I'm a big .hack fan. I love .hack. Is that we can sit here as much as we want to, and we can talk about how GU is like a bad game, and I will agree because I'm not a big fan of .hack GU. But all that you're doing is you're just making it more impossible for your for you to get any future games or anywhere better. Um, you have to get this game if you are a Dot Hack fan, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. If you are a fan of Dot Hack, if you want another game in the Dot Hack series that isn't a shitty cell phone game, that isn't a Summoner Wars clone, that isn't a fucking whatever the hell they were doing with Guilty Dragon, you actually have to buy this game. And once again, yeah, GU may not be your cup of tea. It's not mine either. I'm planning on buying it. I'm gonna get on my PlayStation and buy it. I'm gonna get on my Steam and buy it. I'm gonna get my PlayStation, or I'm gonna get my friends' PlayStations and buy it. Because if it does not sell well, we're not seeing another game. We're not seeing an Infection Mutation Outbreak and Quarantine remaster. This game, like the future of the Dot Hack series that put CC Corp on the map, that has a big place in a lot of people's hearts, including my own. We're not seeing anything new unless this game sells well. So you can sit here with your pride and you can sit here and go, oh, I'm not going to buy it because it has Haseo, because it's Stiffhead. And yeah, you're totally right. You are totally right. It is a very stupid game. But if you do not buy it, don't turn around and be surprised when there is not a future Dot Hat game. Now, what you can do is you can buy it, and then you can go online and complain about how I didn't have this and this and this. And I know what you're going to say. Well, why do they care? They already have my money. Because this, once again, is something that they're going to make a sequel to. It's not like Detergent, where you're going to buy it every month. Like, but it's something that you bought the first one, they know you're going to buy the second one if you like the first one. If you like the first one enough to buy the second one, then they're going to have to do some changes to really sell it to you. Because if it has the same problems, then people are probably not going to want to buy it. So it's all of that just to say, if you're a big fan of Dot Hack, Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine, Sign, Legend of Twilight Bracelet, GU, Link, Quantum, the movie, versus like whatever it is in the Dot Hack universe that you love, take the time to go find this game and get it. Because if you don't, like that's it. That's all. We're not getting another chance. We are not going to pass go. We are not going to collect $200. There is no future Dot Hack unless Dot Hack GU, whatever the hell this one is called, like Lost Recoded or whatever. If it does not sell well, we're not getting a sequel. We're not getting another Dot Hack game. They've already said there's another Dot Hack game in the works, which is great. But if we want this series to come back and be this acknowledged force that people find fun, we have to like put the time in to play this game. We have to do more than just, oh yeah, I love GU, well I love Dot Hack, but I'm not buying this game. Because what that tells them, this does not tell them that you will buy another Dot Hack game. This tells them that Dot Hack is not a seller. There is no point in making another Dot Hack game. If you love the franchise, if you love the series, if you are even remotely interested in this series, or if you still don't like GU, as I said I don't, buy it anyway. Do it because the future of the franchise depends on you. Swallow your pride, just let it be known on forums, wherever you can. Let it be known, like, hey, I bought your remake. I'm not a big fan of GU, but I bought your remaster. I want something closer to the originals next time. Or I prefer Kite. Or I would prefer a reboot. Do this instead. Let them know that you're still interested in this series, that you still love the series, that you want the series to continue by purchasing it. Because if you let them know that you don't like GU, that you're entitled, that you just do not like what they did with this game by not buying GU, you screwed yourself over. You shot your own self in the foot, and then you smiled and went, there, see, I really showed you how I feel Nah, because they don't. Yeah, okay, they lose some money. All right, cool. But you lose a game that you could play to tide you over. You lose acknowledgement that you're showing them that you want more Dot Hack games. You lose any future Dot Hack games in the like that they were planning on making. You lose out on so much, and all you get in return is just to get to nod your head and say, yeah, I showed them. But you lost everything. So, if you are interested in Dot Hack, buy this. If you love Dot Hack, buy this. Do not split hairs. Do not say, well, it's GU, so I'm not going to get it. Go ahead and get it anyway. Please. Please. Because the fans are the only thing that are going to keep this running. If we do not buy this, if we do not show other people that Dot Hack is a great series, if we do not get more people interested, there's not going to be a future for this series. It comes down to us. We have to do this. Alright, anyway, it's been like 11 minutes and like 30 seconds or whatever, so I'm going to cut it here. But I've said everything I need to say. This is just for my friends, really. If you do come across this, though, then take the time to. You can hate this, you can downvote it, you can, disagree with me as much as you want to. But please take interest in what I say and take at least some to heart. Because this is not something that we as fans of Dot Hack can split and just say is shit and then just wait for the next one. Because there's not a next one to wait for. This is where we have to stand. We either have to buy it and let this increase the sales and show them that we want this, or we can just ignore it and then just not get anything. And okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go a little bit further. Okay, so the Dot Hack cell phone games have never been what we want out of Dot Hack. Anyone who's never played Dot Hack, it works in that there are an infinite amount of fields in the game, story-wise, whatever. But the thing is that it's all about exploration and dungeon crawling and going out with your friends and a great cast of players. And there was even Fragment where you could play with other players. Dot Hack is a story MMO. It's single player, but it's supposed to be an MMO inside the context of the world. To that extent, they even made Fragment, which was an MMO that you could play online with other friends. Anyway, the thing I'm going to go with is that there have been 3 games after Dot Hack Versus, which was the last game for console and came out with the movie. And it was just a fighting game. Looks pretty fun. I don't mind it. These cell phone games, some people have found interest in them, but they've never been popular enough to keep servers up for long. And the reason why they're not so popular is because they're not what people want out of Dot Hack. For example, the last one that they made was a Summoner's War-like game. For anybody who doesn't know what Summoner's War is, basically you summon these characters that you use in battle, and the game kind of like plays itself, and you need to sit back and enjoy your soda, watch a movie, whatever, jerk it, I don't care. So the thing is that these 3 cell phone games were released. Every single time they're released, everyone complains because it's not what they wanted. People don't play it. Namco Bandai and CC Corp say, well, nobody really played it, so I assume nobody really wants Dot Hack. They shut down the servers. Everyone complains because there's nothing new Dot Hack. They make another cell phone game. It's not what people wanted. People don't play it. They say, well, nobody wants to play Dot Hack. They cut the servers. People complain. It's been like that 3 times over. The biggest thing, though, is that all 3 games were Japan-only video games. This is the first time in several years that Dot Hack is coming to America. It's been a long time since Dot Hack was outside Japan. It's coming to America and Europe, and it's been a long time since we've seen that. So the thing is that this is our chance as Europeans and Americans to show them that we're interested in their game and that we want more of the series. We don't want these cell phone like games. Sure, GU may not be our preferred dot hack game, but we are still very much interested in dot hack. This is our chance to show them that we want dot hack. And if we do not take this opportunity, we have nobody to blame but ourselves. So the question isn't, do you like GU? And I've been seeing this a lot on Tumblr and people online who I've been talking to. It comes down to, do you like GU? And they go, no, I don't like GU. I'm not going to buy it. This is not about, do you like GU? The question comes down to, do you like dot hack? If you like dot hack, you have to get this game. That's just the only answer to this. If you like dot hack, you have to buy this game. You have to buy this game, and then you can complain that it's GU. Then you can complain that it's not what you wanted. Then you can complain because it's not a new title. It's not a remake of the originals. It's not a remaster of the originals. You can do whatever you want to. You can throw your hands in the air. It doesn't matter. But as of right now, please buy this game. Please. I know what you're going to say. Man, it's probably going to be $60, and that's pretty expensive. I don't want to spend $60 on a game I don't even like. I understand that, but do what you can. Do it if you can, because we are the ones who had to make a sequel possible. We are the ones who had to make Namco Bandai and CC Corp take a step back and go, whoa, people are actually really interested in this game. They really want a sequel. We need to do more. We are the ones who are going to make that happen, and nobody else can do that for us. So when the time comes and they start accepting pre-orders, pre-order the game. I don't know if it's going to have a, like if you can go to GameStop and buy it, or if it's just going to be digital exclusive. But pre-order it. If they have a deluxe edition and you can afford it, go after it. Show your support that you love dot hack, because the game is just getting older. And more fans have given up. People are just forgetting about it. And now there are people who don't even know what dot hack is. Whenever I was a kid, it was like this big force. Dot Hack Sun was the first deep thinking anime I ever watched, and it plays a big part of my life. In fact, actually, it's on my TV right now, which you can't see because I'm an anime boy with a blurred out background. But the point is that it's played a big part in my life, and for a lot of people, dot hack is this driving force that was like, yeah, this is a great series, this is a great story, and if my friends are interested, then I will probably like lay down and go, okay, here's a story just to catch you up on everything that's happened. It's a great series, it's a great show, it's a great manga, it's a great game. It was this driving force when I was younger that no one knows about these days. And now we have people who are big into Sword Art Online and Excel World and all these other things. And like they don't understand is that they were not the first that had this idea. They were not the first, they're not going to be the last, but there was a series that did it so much better, that made this world that truly felt wonderful, that truly felt like people were playing an online game and had a system up that worked. Anyway, we're getting close to 20 minutes, so I'm just going to go ahead and shut up now. Yeah, so if you were my friends and you watched this, I appreciate that. And if you were just some random passerby who happened to come across this, then I hope that you hear me out. Alright, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go out. But thank you, goodbye, have a good day. Good night, depending on when you watch this. Baba Louie.